Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel and to episode 26 of Rising with Rice, this college football promotion and relegation universe. Fresh off the heels of a top 5 recruiting class from last year, I think we were number 2. I've not recorded in over a week, my memory's a bit fuzzy, I can't remember. It was definitely we had a top 5 recruiting class for the first time in Rice's history. And we'll see, we didn't get to the championship game, which we're going to make amends for this year, hopefully, starting with a top 25 matchup against one of our rivals in Houston. First though, we are going to look at the freshmen who helped us get to the top 5 recruiting class. Let's get in and have a look at them. So we have 2 freshman quarterbacks, starting with Dorian Darling, the 2-star dual threat. He's only 5'10". You know, we'd like to actually have quarterbacks who are over 6 foot here, and his skill caps are atrocious. Dual threat, and his speed's only going to be a 73. Accuracy's never going to be that great. Throw power's not going to be incredible. Yeah, could have fun sitting on the bench, buddy. And then starting for us this year, Brian Etsay, the 4-star impact dev trait backfield creator. Skill caps aren't horrendous. You can get quite a bit more accurate, starting with a 77 accuracy, an 86 throw power. IQ is quite low, but elusiveness and quickness are at a solid starting position, and they can get quite a bit higher. This guy has the potential to be pretty decent, so all our hopes are pinned on a freshman QB this year. So we have 2 freshman running backs, both 4-star, starting with Steven Sims, the north-south receiver. 5'11", deal breaker is playing style, so I don't need to worry. I can redshirt him and not worry about him transferring. Same with the other one, who we'll see in a second, LaRock. But Sims, yeah, some pretty good skill caps for a normal. He's never going to reach them because he's not going to garner enough points, but he's not looking too bad. And then, yeah, same for Dante LaRock, 4-star, north-south receiver. With the normal dev trait, skill caps maybe a little bit less than the other guy, but not bad at all. But they're both north-south receivers, so we're going to be pumping points into their route running and their hands. 2 new receivers. Tremaine Lamb is the first one, although he's in the worst by a country mile. A 2-star contested specialist. Skill caps, yeah, I mean they're not bad, but elusiveness bit poor, route running poor, hands poor, quickness, well, we can't increase that anymore. 81 speed, 85 acceleration, that is what he is stuck at. And then Denzel Molinaro, if I remember correctly, this guy with the elite dev trait 5-star was a number 2 prospect in all of the country last year, and we were able to snag him. And look at that, unlimited skill caps and everything except for hands. With the elite dev trait, this guy can be awesome. The only downside is his deal breaker is playing time, so we're not going to be able to redshirt him this year, get a load of points through practice, and then make him amazing for next year. Although it just means we'll be starting him. I think I've got him in as wide receiver 2 behind Mike Story. So he's still going to earn a bunch of points, but we are going to miss out on a year of development because he wants to play. 2 freshman tight ends. Colt McTavish is the first one. 6'4", vertical threat. Yeah, he's not good. Darren Byrne, also a 2-star vertical threat, normal dev trait. Same story. Really not that good. We only had 2 new prospects on the entire offensive line, and spoiler alert, it's looking like the same again this year. Remember, I only go with people if they show interest in me to start with, and we're going to be in trouble on the offensive line, potentially in a couple of years if no one wants to join on the O-line. But we do have one Rizzo at right guard, 4-star pass protector with the normal dev traits. Skill caps are good, solid, but the normal will obviously kill that. But we can make him decent. We can get him to the high 80s, maybe sneak into the 90s. And then at right tackle, we also got Deontay Jasmine, 6'6", well-rounded, normal right tackle. Skill caps, they're not horrendous, but pass blocking and run blocking only going to be able to go there isn't that great. So obviously we'll pump all the points into there, mostly into IQ as well, to raise his awareness and some into footwork. But offensive line is a little sneak worry I've got in the back of my mind. No one new on the left edge, but the right edge is where we are stacked, where we got 4 new guys, starting with Gio Sands, the power rusher. 3-star normal, and yeah, his power moves and finesse moves are going to be increased by quite a bit. Sharing about his IQ being such a low starting level, but obviously we'll pump loads of points there. Run stopping and quickness, yeah, bit crap. Corin Mund, 6'4", pure power archetype. He is a 4-star and he does have the impact. Deal Breaker's playing style, so we can redshirt him, which is going to help his development. And yeah, this guy can be developed quite a lot. He's going to grow nicely. But then we have the 2 Bell of the Ball, starting with Taylor Crow, the star dev trait guy. Edge setter, 6'5", 250 pounds, the 5-star. And look at that, skill ceiling is very high for this dude. So he does want to play straight away with his playing time deal breaker, so no redshirt year development for him. Taylor Crow is good, however we do have John Priester, the elite dev trait, 6'4", speed rusher, and he is uncapped apart from 1 in the run stopping. But as he's a speed rusher, we're not really going to put many points into power moves. It's all about getting that finesse moves up to a 99. It's all about getting that awareness and play rec up. This guy's going to be a monster. But again, he wants playing time, so we're missing out on a crucial year of development. We've got to chuck him in right away. Alright, defensive tackle, we only have 1 new face, and that is Devon Duarte, the star development speed rusher. We can redshirt him because his deal breaker is playing style. He's also a 5-star, and again, skill caps are amazing for this dude. These 5 stars, they're not too shabby. Juan Centano, the only new Sam guy. He does have the star dev trait as well, so we got very lucky in last year's recruiting class. 4-star, deal breaker of playing time, so he's going to be playing from the get-go, and some very solid skill caps. 2 freshmen at the Mike linebacker position. Luckily, both can be redshirted as playing time is not what they're after. Jaron Jew, 4-star thumper. Skill caps, pretty decent for this guy. The impact is going to help his development, obviously. And then Theo Ford, also a impact. He's a lurker, 4-star. So obviously being a lurker, IQ and pass coverage is where we're going to put most of his points, but he can be a very well-rounded Mike linebacker. 1 new face on the wheel linebacker, Tracy Moffett, the lurker. Only the normal dev trait. I suppose I shouldn't complain, we got very lucky with the elites and stars last year. Deal breaker of playing style for this 4-star, so he is being redshirted. And some roundabout decent skill caps for this guy. He'll likely see a lot of the field once his red shirt is up. 2 new corners, Jay Singleton. He is a impact dev, 4-star, 6-foot boundary archetype corner. Man coverage can go all the way, zone coverage nearly all the way. Quickness, we can make him 99 speed, 99 acceleration. Catching, yeah, we'll put some into the hand so he can catch these interceptions. Overall, this guy is going to be a future CB1, CB2 for us. And he is joined by Daryl Keener, another 4-star boundary corner. Man coverage can go nearly all the way. Zone coverage is pretty good. Quickness, we're capped out at that, but well, we've got 1 more to go, so we can make him like 92 speed, which obviously we're not going to turn down. Hands are a bit poor, but power and run stopping can go all the way as well. Make him a blitzing corner. We might be doing that with him. And no new free safeties. and no new strong safeties. We do have a kicker, Santiago Pinto, only the normal dev traits, who's never going to be amazing. Just a 2-star, accuracy is capped out, and yeah, this guy is dreadful. Now we have gone through our freshmen, let's get into this Bayou Bucket Classic game against Houston. Game of the week. Let's smash one of our rivals. As you can see, we are currently on a 2 streak winning this rivalry, although Houston, they do have quite the upper hand, but we are going to be doing what we can to try and close that gap. So the opening game is always going to be a tough one, especially against a rival, but we are at home. Hopefully that can count for something. But much as we have done the last couple of seasons, we'll be doing the first quarter of this game, and we'll then do the second quarter of the second, and so on for the first 4 games. Well, that's what we'll be doing for all the games of the season. I quite like doing it like this, because we can get through seasons pretty quickly, and we can still watch a decent amount of plays. We know how our boys are doing. As Houston, thanks to that defensive pass interference we had last play, and that pass, they are already into our half. We need our defence to just do a little bit better. These opening couple of minutes not looking too good, as they are on their way to our end zone. So what can we do? Oh, we miss. Well, we don't miss a tackle. He breaks the tackle quite easily there for a gain of 6 on first down. Just outside our red zone now on our 21. Another pass. Okay, good. We shed the first block, and we are able to at least stop that going for too much, as they're now officially in the red zone on our 20-yard line. A quick pass and an easy completion. Opening day rust for our defence here. They are not looking good. And brilliant. There goes elite defensive tackle Dwayne Scroggins. With him out injured, it doesn't look too bad. He probably won't be gone for too long, but it is his junior year. I can definitely see him potentially declaring for the draft at the end of this season. Hopefully not. It would be good to keep him for his senior year, but be prepared to have limited time potentially left on Dwayne Scroggins as we screen. Can we get on the fumble? No, we can't. We blitz. Ken Rabbits gets the sack, gets the fumble. Unfortunately, we aren't able to recover, as Houston are going to take the 3 points here. New starting QB in Etse. We have a new number 1 running back in Cop. What can these do together, as there's a decent-ish pass but thrown into traffic, and we're lucky that that wasn't intercepted. For Etse's first pass of his career in college, it was an incomplete. As we are looking at a 3rd and inches, hopefully not a 3 and out. We do have a fullback on the field. Can we go for a QB sneak? That is enough to secure the first down. We'll always take QB sneaks if they can. We suffer a sack, losing 5. Houston getting through and taking Etse down. Welcome to college football, lad. Empty backfield after that sack. Let's just hope the lights aren't too bright for Etse, and we can hopefully see him do well. A 3rd and long. We need 9 yards. What play are we going to be cooking up here? Etse has a bit of time. Big spiral downfield, and that is caught. You love to see it. That was Marcus Bieniemy. We need him to do well this year. 5-yard pass on first down. Pretty easy completion. If we can get them all like that, we'll be happy. Etse, that was to Bytrell, and Bytrell unable to bring it down. So yeah, another 3rd down. We're not stringing many good plays together, but we need 5 yards. And Etse is going to keep it. He can scramble, does have the speed, well, low end speed for a scrambling QB. But as a backfield creator, we're always going to be potentially seeing stuff like that when he sees the gap, he's going to go for it like he is now. He does have some room in front of him. Plenty of room, and slides down after a 22-yard scramble. You love to see it. Nice one, Etse. Now down to Houston's 14. Hand off to Bytrell, who gains 1 yard. This isn't bad though. Etse's putting together quite a good drive for his first ever in college. And oh my god, how are you dropping that, Molinaro? Oh, it was in your hands and you've just dropped it after nearly being picked. That is bad. Etse's got a scramble around and he gets sacked. That should have been Etse's first touchdown pass, and that should have been Molinaro's first touchdown grab. That is a shame, but we're putting 3 on the board to tie up the game up with Houston. 1:05 left in this rivalry game for us. It's going to be a screen, and we do snuff it out. They gain nothing. Screen's always a bit risky, if potentially if they get a couple of blocks, then it can have a big play, but they weren't this time. They go for a run, and again, we are over it. Forcing a TFL, and that's likely going to be the last play that we see in this game. Houston with a 3rd and long, and that is going to be it. Our fate now going to be decided by the Super Sim. Can it be nice to us? We get a touchdown, so we are leading, and we get another one. Fantastic stuff. Leading by 14. Late in the 3rd, they get a touchdown. Can we get another one to put? We get 3 points. Leading by 10 in the 4th. They get. Oh no, lads, come on. Can't help but feel a little bit hard done by there. We had a nice lead against them, but just a bad 4th quarter by us. Etse in his first game, 245 yards, no passing touchdowns with 1 interception. Etse with 18 yards. Kopp with 2 touchdowns and 47 yards. In the receiving game, Marcus Bieniemy, 9 receptions, 114. Molinaro, who dropped that touchdown catch, that should have been an easy touchdown. The easiest touchdown he would have ever had in his career. And he just let it go, dropped to the floor. Story with 39, 17 for Celestro, and 21 for Byler. Leading the way in tackles was George Gamez, our sophomore corner, with 8. TFLs, 3 for Lyles, 2 for Scroggins, 2 for Rabbits, and a bunch on 1. And then only 2 sacks on the day, 1 for Scroggins and 1 for Rabbits. 1 interception, Devin Lyles, the Mike linebacker. So we do keep our rank despite losing to Houston in week 0, but this is week 1 now, and we start our American journey. Well, for this season. Obviously last season we played in it, and we didn't get to the championship game, which sucks. So we are hoping to put a hurting on this Appalachian state, who we are 20 points overall better than. I would love to get into the second quarter and already be up by at least 7. But let's see what our boys can do. App State take the first points of the game with a field goal. We come back with a touchdown. What can we get up to in this second quarter? As App State are starting on the 25. Obviously, we scored a touchdown. And this will be them with the ball next possession. And a solid 5 yards on that first down. We have intercepted Boykins already in this first quarter. Can we get another one to bring up to 2 ints in the first half? As the offensive line held up well, Scroggins was about to be released and take down the QB, but their O-line held up well that time. Let's not do that again. We want to overwhelm them. We want to destroy this offensive line, as that was a good PBU. Probably wasn't going to be completed. The receiver was under pressure from one of our corners, But either way, that pass was incomplete. As we do scream at the QB, he gets taken down, throws just beforehand, and that pass is swatted down also, leaving App State with a 3rd and 10. Ball downfield, we are over it, and that is picked off easily. Blanket coverage for our defence. This is how we should be playing against a team we are miles better than. So Jimmy Kopp, our white running back, with 22 yards on 5 carries. I want to see him get quite a few carries to help with his development. Out wide to Bike Trail, who breaks the first tackle, goes out of bounds. He doesn't. It looked like he did, fair enough. But we gain 6, leaving us with a 3rd and 2. We get the interception. Let's not go 3 and out here. Come on, Etse. Maybe have to scramble. He does scramble and gets the first. It looked like he was going to be taken down and stopped before that. But that is good. Kopp in the backfield. He doesn't get the ball, but he's going to get sacked. Is our QB, Etse. Maybe if Kopp was a bit more aware and smarter, he would have seen that blitzing guy. Maybe could have thrown in a block. But we recover nicely with a 3rd and 2. Ideally, we want to get more points on the board. As Etse keeps the ball. Okay, we're going to have to maybe put some points into his speed. We've seen him run with the ball a few times already in this short little career of his. So if he's going to be running quite a bit, we need to make sure he is quick. As yes, I thought that was picked. That was thrown straight into the hands of number 6 there. 2 interceptions through 1.5, well, 1.25 and a bit for Etse. It's to be expected with a freshman QB. We need to definitely improve his accuracy. App State already into our half now. Send the man in motion. And he's not the guy. As that is easy. Can we get to the guy? Yes, we can. But App State now down to our 15. They are hunting for the touchdown. Are we going to be able to stop them? Can we force another turnover? Can we get a sack? Well, we can't that time. It's a running play. They gain 6. Our defence looking a bit porous so far. We do need to play better. As we nearly get to the QB. He throws just as he was about to get taken down. Moving them to a 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. There's going to be a run, but we are over this time, pushing them back to the 6. Can we do the classic, famous bend, don't break? Here's another run. And well, I thought he was going to get in then, but we stop him after a gain of 4. 3rd and goal. Bend, don't break. Are they going to go for another run? You'd imagine they probably will. It's a quick pass, and we are able to stop him. We do suffer an injury though with John Priester. The question is App State going to go for it? No, they're going to take the 3. A very solid kick return gets us up to the 41. We just now need to put a drive together. Not going to help with a drop there when we had the 1st down. 2nd and 10. We want to make sure that we're the last ones holding this ball for this half. Mike Story, our number 1 receiver, gets the grab. Puts us into App State territory on their 47. 2:50 remains. And that he does hold on. Mike Story, he has been fantastic for us. He's like 6'5", 200 pounds. He's been a brilliant wide receiver. We were able to tempt him back this year for his senior year. He did want to go to the NFL. Etse goes for the scramble. Doesn't get the 1st down. I don't like it. 2nd and inches. But yes, this will be Story's final year, and he's been fantastic for us. It's going to be sad to see him go, but we do have a good crop of youngsters, as that was a brilliant little lob by Brian Eze. Shame he didn't get the touchdown there. He's taken down at the 1. First and goal, let's just punch it in with a run. We do. You love to see it. Touchdown. We extend our lead. We want to make sure App State don't get any more points. We want to come in, go into the second half still with this 8-point gap, which is a little bit low considering how much better we are than this team. I guess we'll just have to put up with it, as that is contested, but he comes down with it, gaining 5 on that first down pass. App State with 2 timeouts remaining, a minute and a half left of this first half. Incomplete pass. If we can stop them here, we have the chance to put more points on the board. So it's a big third down for the game. Can App State get it, or can we get to that? Oof, okay. It's like we speed the QB. We don't get roughing the passer, but the main thing is pass incomplete. We're going to have a chance again. 3 timeouts, a minute 11 seconds remaining. There is time, we can definitely do something here, but that screen's going absolutely nowhere. We lose yards on a screen. You don't see that happen too often. We just didn't execute it well enough. Pass out wide to Kopp. We only gain 1. This isn't what I expected in my mind. We were going to get another possession before the end of the half. 3rd and 10. Eze with a ball downfield, and that is not held on to. It looks like he had the ball in his hands, but it's jostled through. Another chance for App State now before the end of the half. Let's not give them the chance to, though. They don't use a timeout. Only a couple seconds remain in the half. They do get a playoff. It is going to be a run. And we do stop it for nothing serious. And that's the end of that. We're going to see whether we blow this lead, much like we did against Houston. We shouldn't do, though. Like I said, this team are 20 overall points worse than us. We do lead by 5 going into the 4th quarter. App State are in front. We pull back with a touchdown, leading by 5. And that should be enough. It is. But that was quite a poor game against what is a poor team compared to us. Let's go through the stats and see how bad we were. Brian Eze, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 214 passing yards. In the running game, he had 31 yards, Kopp 40 and a touchdown. And Dylan Horn, the elusive bruiser, 1 yard, 1 carry, 1 touchdown. Brilliant stuff. Receiving, Marcus Bieniemy, 74, Mike Story, 86, and the lone touchdown. Most tackles, Devin Lyles, the Mike linebacker, with 9. A few TFLs in the game, Denton Hanna leading the way with 2. Only 1 sack in the game, Ruka Zigbo and Marrero combining for half a sack each. 2 interceptions for Jax Pounds, 1 for Ricky Tapp and 1 for George Gamez. We get the win, but it's really not impressive. We need to get better. So we did lose our top 25 status because obviously even though we won against App State, they're a nobody team, so there are going to be teams which impressed more than us. But we now get into this game against UTEP, who are 24 points worse than us. Maybe we need to have a harder schedule because these teams aren't that good. So by the time we jump in the 3rd quarter, I'm expecting a double-digit lead. We're 24 points better than this UTEP team, and they are shutting us out in this 1st quarter. This is not good enough. 9-0. We do get a touchdown, but this hasn't been impressive whatsoever. How are we doing so bad against a team that's 24 points worse than us? This 3rd quarter, we better come alive. I deserve to be fired if we lose this game, which at the minute we are on pace to do so. What is going on? Is it a combination of Eze being bad and defence being bad? Is it just the defence being bad? I guess we'll see, as the offensive line nearly doesn't hold up. UTEP with the potential to put themselves up 12 points against us. We need our defence to come up big here, as Eze with his at least 4th interception through 2.5 games. The freshman QB is struggling, but we do stop UTEP a bit. It is 3rd and goal on their 6. QB is scanning the field for a throw, and it is incomplete. But UTEP with the field goal here to go up 7 points. I have shouted at everyone on the offense. They have felt my rage. They should be playing better now, as Bieniemy gets the catch and gets forward for quite a few yards. But yes, that was Eze's 2nd interception of the day, so he's up to 5 now through his first 2.5 games. Boy is struggling, as that is incomplete. I thought that had the chance to be picked off as well. How much longer do I give him before benching him? Because clearly, boy is struggling. 3rd and 1. Looks like it's potentially going to be a QB sneak here. It is, and we don't pick it up. We are punting. This is turning into an embarrassment. Talking about an embarrassing, that was a punt. There was no return there. He just got it out at the 28. 90 overall punter, by the way. And that's what he did from our 49-yard line. Only gets it out at their 28. This game is not going well for us. It is testing me. I just realised I did terrible maths then. That field goal I said would put them up by 7. Obviously, it would be put them up by 8 because they were on 12. But we do force a 3 and out. Our defence playing good. It's all about the offence playing terrible. Right, I'd say this might be a last chance. I might just have to sub you out after this. You are not playing good. Good little grab though by Marcus Bieniemy. He is up to 53 yards on the day on 5 catches. Bytrell gets the ball and gets a lovely little room there. That was very nice. Obviously, that 30 yards on 4 carries has been inflated by that long run. We are not going to complain. Ball gets out wide, and that's a lovely little juke move by Mike Story. He might be 6'5". He might be like 200 something pounds, but he is elusive. And that juke move proving so right there. Oh, come on. So easy little pass, easy little catch, but the ball is knocked out. The receiver there did take a hit. Quick throw out wide for a gain of 4, leaving us with a 3rd and 6 on UTEP's 22-yard line. We don't want 3 points here. We need the touchdown. And that's what we're going for, but that was thrown into coverage. It's knocked down, and we are taking the field goal. Remember, this kicker is quite poor. I won't be surprised if this is a miss. Have I just spoken that into existence? No, I haven't. The lead is cut to 5. Can we have another good effort from our defence? Ball is dislodged on that first down pass, so that helps. It looks like we've been shutting down the running game as well. Speaking of which, they do hand off for a gain of nothing, leaving UTEP with a 3rd and 10. Can we force 2 3 and outs in a row? They are passing on 3rd down. QB does move up in the pocket, throws it, and it is incomplete. So it definitely is the struggles of the offense, not the struggles of the defense. From what we have seen, the D have played well. The offense, not too good. 2 yards on that first down pass. Eze moves all the way back in the pocket, but finds Story with the pass. Only 156 yards on the game for Eze. Not good enough. Pass out wide to our fullback. He gets in on the action for a gain of 5. Okay, we're getting some momentum, but we don't want to end with 3 points. Pass over the middle. Moves us up to the 36. This is more like it. Finding some rhythm. A minute 35 remaining in the quarter. Can we see a touchdown? We might see one here. And that is caught by Milanaro. Down to the 8-yard line. Injury timeout for UTEP. But we are looking at first and goal from the 8. They do send people. Eze remaining calm. Does have to scramble. And doesn't find... he finds the receiver. But it is dropped. That awful catching animation. Second and goal. Come on, Eze. Offensive line holding up well. Eze was going to scramble, but he finds the receiver who gets free. It was Byler. And we pull ahead. We aren't going to go for the 2, which is a bit weird. That would put us up by 3. We're just taking the kick. We lead by 2. Can our defence pull out another 3 and out? That is going to help UTEP going for the speed option, and it didn't work out for them. Lose for 2nd and 14. They're going to run again. This time they get a gap up the middle. I imagine that's going to be the final play that we see in this game. They don't get it off. It comes down to the 4th quarter where we have a lead of 2. This episode has been very uninspiring. Now it comes down to the final quarter. What is going to happen? Can we get some more points on the board? No, we don't need to. We hold out, but that was a poor performance. I wouldn't be celebrating like this if I was on this team. That was a crap performance. A team that's 24 points worse than us. They held us to a loss of only 2 for them. Great game for us. Terrible. Eze 315 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Kopp 67 yards, Eze 10, and Byler with 33. Mike Story 118 yards, 0 touchdowns. Bieniemy with 63. We do have Byler 17 and 1, and Foxworth 24 and 1. Most tackles, Ken Ravitz with 8. 2 TFLs for Scroggins and a bunch of 1s. Scroggins with 2 sacks on the day as well, the only one to get a sack on us. 1 interception, George Gamez. We get the win, but again, just very, very poor. Then in the final game of this episode, we have the Colorado State Rams, our 2nd American game of the season. Can we finally start to play some good football? How are we getting on? Is it going to be a scoreless first quarter? Yes, it is. So I'm not holding my breath about playing some good football as we go scoreless with Colorado State. They score the first points of the game, going 7-0 up, and we respond with a touchdown, although they get one just at the end of the first half. It's up to us to try and score. Can we get it on this drive? Yes, we can. But we go into this final quarter drawing 14-all with Colorado State. They have the ball in our half on a 1st and 10. Really, what a disappointing episode this has been. As that could have been picked off. That defender really didn't do too much there as they gain 9 on that pass. Down to our 31. It is going to be a play fake. I was going to say it's going to be a run. It fooled me. And they are down to our 10. Sean Burnett, 194 yards on the day. 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Our defence needs to come up big. Come on. We can't allow them to score a touchdown here. We'll have to give up 3, fair enough. But they go for a run, and we're over it this time. Daniel Everett not having a day. 5 rushes, 7 yards. With a loss of 4 on that run. That is a drop there by number 2. That is bad by them. They should have been down to about the 4-yard line. Thankfully, they didn't catch it, leaving them with 3rd and 14. And that is picked off straight to our guy. He's not going to have the speed. That was a linebacker. Devon Lyles, the Mike linebacker, with interception. There wasn't even a Colorado State player in the vicinity of Devon Lyles. But we are not complaining. We get the ball back. We want to make this, well, throw straight into the arms of the defensive lineman, who swats the ball down. 2nd and 10, we'll start again. This needs to be a drive where we put a touchdown on the board. Let's say it has to happen. As Bieniemy doesn't get a good block in front of him, that could have broken for a massive play. Shame about the block. We don't want to go 3 and out here. We need 2 downs on 3rd. Speaking too quick. We needed 2 yards on 3rd down. Unfortunately, Etsy gets sacked and we have to punt. That is an opportunity missed for us there. A good punt return puts Colorado in good position on their 45. As a run on 1st down gives them 4. 2nd and 6, we want to give them a 3 and out. We need to get them into that position, as that was a pass who went to absolutely no one. I wasn't watching the play. Maybe the running back, that would have been the main guy there, got caught in the back of his offensive lineman or something. But yeah, that was poor. Don't let them convert. Good. They do go 3 and out. We get the ball back. It is a touchback for us. So we start on our 20. Quick pass to Mike Story over the middle, and he boulders through an absolute scrum of humanity there for 7. Add up the weight of all them people, that would have been quite a lot. As Kopp is unable to do anything there, so we are looking at a 3rd and 4. We do not want to punt the ball to Colorado. We want to hold on to this ball. Where's number 10 gone? What? Why did Marcus Bieniemy run off the field? And we take our 6th sack of the day. Fuck me. What a disaster this season's turning out to be. This is dreadful stuff from us. I mean, that helps. They gain nothing. DeAndre Uche, 16 carries, 55 yards. Not particularly good. But it's 2nd and 10. We're not playing well. Colorado running the hurry-up offense on their 49. Who's going to make the big play here? We need a sack. We need a fumble. We need an interception. And they get a 1st down. They're at our 37-yard line. Fringe field goal range now. So we need to do what we can to push them back. Hand off to the running back. We stop him for a gain of 1. Colorado still running the hurry-up for some reason. Another run play. They didn't really get the blocks there. 2 runs in a row, only gaining a yard apiece, leaving them with a 3rd and 8. Are they going to go for another run? It's going to be a pass. We do get pressure to QB. He does have to throw it, and that isn't picked off. John Priester gets the injury. Shame we weren't able to get the interception there. He was under pressure. But 4th and 8. They go for the field goal, and Colorado State pull ahead. Just under 6 minutes left for us to do something. And let's say gets the ball. That is a 21-yard pass. That's what we need to see. We need more of that. We need to see more urgency, better play calling, and better performances on the offense. There we go, another good pass, gaining 9 on 1st down. And our offensive line needs to buck their ideas up. Giving up 6 sacks in this game isn't going to help us. Bytrell gets the ball and a nice chunk of yards. We're now up to their 35. A field goal obviously ties it, but we're not after that. We are after a touchdown as Etsy just gets the ball out before he gets sacked. That would have been a disaster. Instead of a sort of like a 2nd and 16, we're looking at a 2nd and 10. He's going to get sacked this time though. Our offensive line is struggling big time. Now, I'm not saying our offensive line is amazing and the best in college, but it's pretty decent. But Colorado State are feasting on us, and that is just not good enough. We're punting, and we're in trouble of losing our 2nd game to a crap Colorado State team. Another not impressive punt, just goes straight into the end zone. Not even a hint of heading toward the sidelines. One of the best punters in college, and he's not that good. Colorado State lose 2 on that first down run play. We need more of that, as they are going to burn the clock here, as they should do. They are winning. However, the annoying thing is they ran to this in the hurry-up offense, so now we've just got to sit here and wait. The AI not smart there. Cheers for making us wait despite running the hurry-up offense, guys. There we go, finally. As we use our first timeout. We need to stop them here. If they convert, our chances of winning look very slim. It's a run play, and we're over it. Come on. This is it then, the big final drive. 2 minutes 22 remains. 1 timeout. We do have the 2-minute warning coming. Bytrell gets the ball on a pass and gains absolutely nothing. 2-minute warning. Been and gone. 2nd and 10. Etse with the scramble gets a nice seam up the middle and doesn't fumble when he's hit. That is good. 1 minute 25 remains. Empty backfield. Etse with plenty of time just over the middle to Bieniemy, but that pass is dropped. The boys are making me worried. Bytrell gets the handoff and gets the first down and more. Can he break? He does break the tackle. Wow, that is brilliant. What a fantastic run by Seantrel Byler. I didn't think that was going to happen, but that puts us up to the 22. Now, some good play calling, and we will be getting the 3 points. A touchdown is obviously what we're still after, but we are in field goal range. But Byler gets the ball again, deserved after that incredible run he had. Leaves us with a 3rd and 3. Now we want to just try and centralise this ball. Kopp gets it. Oh, what a little break move that was. Down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Come on, smart play calling here. Okay, we're just going to spike the ball. We need to call up a couple of our best plays here. Short field. Etse scanning the ball, throws it out wide, and that is caught. We have a touchdown. We pull ahead. Vitally, with that touchdown, we are up by 4. Colorado State have to get a touchdown. A field goal is not good enough. And that's not good enough by us. Letting them have a 22-yard pass. We need to be better than that. Come on, can we get a sack? Oh, we are lucky. We are lucky that that pass was dropped, because that was another big chunk play. Okay, we allow another big chunk play. 8 seconds left for Colorado. 1 timeout remains. If they're lucky, they can get one more play after this one if they can't convert. Oh my god, bring him down. 3 seconds. This is it. We're going to go rush 3. I want everyone back on coverage. We cannot allow this touchdown. They go for it quickly over the middle. That was very, very poor by Colorado. We get lucky there. We escape with the win. Another poor win. Etse, 276 passing yards, 2 touchdowns and another interception. -7 yards on the day at all the sacks he took. He did get a touchdown running the ball though. Probably a sneak. 35 yards for Kopp and 50 for Byler. That long run we saw him do, that helped us win. I'd give him the game ball if I was the coach, because yeah, that was why we won the game. Molinaro, 84 yards, 0 touchdowns. Bieniemy, 2 touchdowns and 45 yards. And Story with 53. Most tackles, Devin Lars with 9. Ravitz and Gamez on 8. 3 TFLs for Marrero, 2 for Rabbits, 2 for Gamez, and a couple more on 1. Only 1 sack on the day, Rabbits and Marrero combining for 1. 2 ints, Lyles and Carmelo Sly. But I want to look at, we gave up a lot of sacks. Who was the main culprit? Raheem Speed, 81, freshman, right tackle. Yeah, okay, well, let him off. You're a freshman. But that's the end of this episode. 3 wins, all poor wins. None of them were good. None of them were impressive. We need to buck our ideas up. And our loss, again, that was just bad. This team is not looking good. We may be 3-1, but I am not happy with how we've played. Goodbye.